Gentlemen, let us face a question that most of you have thought about silently, but almost nobody dares to pronounce out loud. What really happens to your prostate if you choose to masturbate every single day, especially as you get older? This is not a trivial question. It is one of those subjects that men bury under silence, shame, and awkward jokes until suddenly one day their own body forces them to confront it. Tonight, I want us to break that silence, clear away the myths, and step into the science. Because the truth is far more liberating than the fear you may have carried for years. I am Dr. Yandé, and on this channel, I help men take charge of their sexual health, their performance, and their overall well being with clarity, confidence, and evidence based guidance. If you are serious about protecting your prostate and reclaiming your vitality as you age, stay with me to the very end of this talk. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe because the knowledge you find here might very well add quality years to your life. Let's begin by looking at this small but powerful organ called the prostate. Imagine a gland no bigger than a walnut, sitting right under your bladder and wrapped around your urethra, the tube through which urine exits your body. Modest in size, yes, but its role is critical. It produces the fluid that nourishes and transports sperm, ensuring the survival of your reproductive system. Without this silent contribution, fertility would simply not be possible. In youth, the prostate does its job quietly without calling for your attention. But once men cross into their 40s, changes begin to appear almost invisibly, and for some, these changes become uncomfortable companions of daily life. Many men suddenly realize that their urine stream is weaker, that it takes more effort to start or stop urination, that they wake up multiple times during the night to relieve themselves, and even then, they feel that the bladder never quite empties completely. If any of this feels familiar, know that you are not alone. Millions of men face the same symptoms, often too embarrassed to bring them up even with their doctors. And this is exactly where our central question arises. Is frequent ejaculation, whether through partnered sex or through masturbation, harmful or protective for the prostate? For decades, cultural taboos and moral warnings have painted masturbation as something shameful or even damaging. Yet modern science tells a very different story. In fact, research suggests that frequent ejaculation may actually reduce the risk of prostate cancer and improve overall prostate health. Let me explain why. A groundbreaking long-term study published in the European Urology Journal followed thousands of men over nearly 2 decades. The researchers made a striking discovery. Men who ejaculated around 21 times or more per month had a significantly lower risk of developing prostate cancer compared to those who ejaculated only 4 to 7 times in the same period. 21 times per month might sound high, but think of it this way. That's about 5 times a week, a rhythm that many men naturally maintain in their younger years. What this study revealed is that ejaculation itself may serve as a natural cleaning process for the prostate. Scientists call it the prostate cleansing hypothesis. According to this idea, ejaculation flushes out old cells, toxins, and potentially harmful compounds that could otherwise stagnate in the gland and over years contribute to inflammation or abnormal cellular changes. In simple words, regular ejaculation may act like rinsing out the pipes before anything harmful has the chance to accumulate. Now, let me be absolutely clear. This does not mean ejaculation is a magical shield against all prostate problems. It is only one piece of a much larger puzzle. Ejaculation can help, but it cannot replace healthy eating, exercise, and regular medical checkups. Still, it is important to recognize this truth. Masturbation, far from being a guilty secret, may actually be a natural ally in your journey toward long-term prostate health. To really understand why, let's dive deeper into the transformations the prostate undergoes as we age. There are 3 main changes that every man should know about. The first is enlargement of the gland, medically known as benign prostatic hyperplasia, or BPH. As the years go by, the prostate gradually grows bigger. This is not cancer, but it does bring discomfort. A larger gland presses against the urethra, slowing down urine flow, increasing nighttime trips to the bathroom, and sometimes creating pain or irritation. Inside, fluids may stagnate, further fueling mild but chronic inflammation. This is where regular ejaculation may help, by keeping fluids moving and reducing the buildup that contributes to irritation. The second transformation is hormonal. Testosterone, the king of male hormones, naturally declines with age. At the same time, part of the testosterone that remains gets converted into a more potent form called dihydrotestosterone, or DHT. Elevated DHT stimulates prostate cells to multiply more rapidly, which accelerates enlargement of the gland. This imbalance between falling testosterone and rising DHT explains why so many men after 40 face increasing urinary symptoms. Ejaculation itself does not change hormone levels dramatically, but it may help modulate local tissue activity, keeping things in motion rather than allowing stagnation. The third transformation is the gradual increase in risk of abnormal cell changes. Each day, your body replaces millions of old cells with new ones. It is an incredible, lifelong process. But with each replication, there is a small chance of genetic error. Over decades, those errors accumulate, and in combination with chronic inflammation and hormonal shifts, some of them can evolve into prostate cancer. This is why being proactive, getting checked, maintaining healthy habits, and yes, even paying attention to ejaculation frequency matters, because prevention is always more powerful than late intervention. Now let's pause here and reflect. If ejaculation has potential benefits, should you masturbate daily? The answer is not one size fits all. Daily masturbation is not harmful for most healthy men. In fact, for many, it may be beneficial. But what matters is balance. If masturbation becomes compulsive, interferes with intimacy, drains your energy, or replaces connection with your partner, then it is no longer serving your health. But if it is part of a healthy rhythm, aligned with your body's needs, it may be protective. Think of it like exercise. Too little movement makes the body sluggish. Too much intense training without rest can injure you. The key is balance. This brings me to another important truth. Ejaculation alone is not enough. There are 4 pillars, 4 essential supports, that every man needs if he wants to protect his prostate for decades to come. The first is medical monitoring. Once you cross into your 40s, annual prostate checkups should be non-negotiable. This includes a PSA blood test to measure prostate-specific antigen and, yes, sometimes the digital rectal exam. I know most men dread it, but remember this, the exam takes only 15 seconds, and it can literally save your life. Bravery is not about pretending nothing is wrong. Bravery is about taking the step that may give you decades of healthier living. The second pillar is an anti-inflammatory diet. What you eat fuels or fights inflammation. Excess red meat, fried foods, processed snacks, and refined sugar silently feed chronic inflammation inside your body, including your prostate. Replacing them with fresh vegetables, fruits, nuts, legumes, olive oil, and fish shifts your inner environment toward healing. And here's the secret weapon: tomatoes. Tomatoes contain lycopene, an antioxidant with a strong protective effect on the prostate. But here's the trick. Lycopene is absorbed far better when tomatoes are cooked. That means tomato sauce, tomato paste, or even ketchup made from natural ingredients can act like medicine on your plate. The third pillar is movement. Your prostate is not separate from your whole body. Sedentary living weakens circulation, slows metabolism, and worsens hormonal imbalances. Regular physical activity, even something as simple as a brisk 30-minute walk most days, improves blood flow and hormone balance. Strength training with moderate weights keeps testosterone steady and preserves muscle mass. And don't forget Kegel exercises. Yes, men need them too. Strengthening your pelvic floor muscles enhances bladder control, improves sexual performance, and supports your prostate from below. You can do them anywhere, while driving, at your desk, or even while brushing your teeth. The fourth pillar is conscious hydration. Water may seem too simple to matter, but it is a silent guardian of your urinary health. Drinking 2 to 3 liters of water spread throughout the day dilutes urine, flushes toxins, and keeps your urinary tract running smoothly. It is like rinsing out the system consistently, preventing the silent accumulation of irritants that harm the prostate over time. So let's return to our original question with fresh eyes. What happens to your prostate if you masturbate every day? The most honest answer is this. For most men, daily ejaculation is not harmful and it may even be protective. It supports the natural cleansing of the prostate, may reduce cancer risk, and helps prevent stagnation of fluids that fuel inflammation. But ejaculation alone is not a cure. It must be combined with medical monitoring, anti inflammatory nutrition, regular movement, and proper hydration. Together, these create the environment for a strong, resilient prostate and a more confident life. Let me also address one more point. Some researchers, especially from Japan, have proposed that many prostate problems may be linked to what they call hidden prostate obstruction. The buildup of dead cells and toxins forming a dense plug inside the gland, slowing circulation and compressing the bladder. They suggest that natural compounds in water and minerals may dissolve this over time. While this is still debated, it opens a fascinating door. That natural lifestyle, approaches combined with science backed interventions, can truly transform prostate health. I share this not as a final answer, but as proof that research continues to evolve, and you deserve to know every angle. So here's my challenge for you tonight. Do not hide from this subject. Do not let shame or awkwardness dictate your choices. Speak with your doctor. Pay attention to your body. If you notice changes, act early. And if you want to support your prostate naturally, remember the 4 pillars. Get checked, eat wisely, move daily, and hydrate consistently. Combine this with a healthy rhythm of ejaculation, and you are stacking the odds in your favor. Gentlemen, your health is your responsibility, but it is also your power. Taking care of your prostate is not simply about avoiding discomfort. It is about ensuring that your quality of life remains high for decades to come. Because a man who feels confident in his body feels more confident in every area of his life, at work, at home, and in love. If this talk gave you clarity, please give it a like, share it with a friend who might need it, and subscribe to join our growing community of men who are reclaiming their health without fear or confusion. Tell me in the comments, what is one healthy habit you are willing to start this week for your prostate health? Let us build a brotherhood of men who support each other, learn from each other, and thrive together. I am Dr. Yandé, and until next time, stay curious, stay strong, and remember, you are worth the effort it takes to live fully.